So we're going to look at how you can schedule a meeting to meet with colleagues or to meet with students. So when I'm in the home area, I can click new meeting and start an impromptu meeting. I can copy the link, send it to my friends, and we can join right on the spot. We don't need to schedule anything. But what we're going to do today is look at how to schedule a meeting. Now, I could look at schedule here, but if I go to meetings at the top, I wanted to show you a couple other features. So in the meetings area, it shows all my upcoming meetings and all of my previous meetings that I've recorded. And it's also where I can start a new button. It's kind of a white button, it's a little bit hidden, but you can go ahead and hit the plus button. Now, I have been playing with some of these options, and the one that I liked the best was schedule meeting. And here it's kind of like a calendar event. You can see my topic. When do I want to start this? How long is it going to be? Is it reoccurring? And we'll look at that part a little bit more in depth in just a moment. But meeting ID. If you're scheduling a meeting, this might be something more for meeting with your colleagues to plan. It might be a lesson that you're doing for students, and you really want to generate automatically. It's not a time when you want to use that PMI. So just a quick update from the last time we sent this out, I would absolutely put a password on everything. And I do tend to like host and participants video off. When they're ready, they can turn that on. I think we need to allow as many options for students to join as we can. So I think telephone and audio is important. And because we use Exchange Outlook, I'm going to leave that one checkmarked. And I'm going to go to advanced options. So one more adjustment from spring would be I would absolutely turn on the waiting room. Zoom bombing is really not an issue if we're using our settings as they were intended. I don't want them to join before me, but I do want to mute them when they enter. And we'll talk about etiquette here in a little bit. They can always unmute themselves, or I can unmute them as necessary. And I'm going to go ahead and schedule. Now from here, you can see it looks like just another calendar request. I can say who it's to. I can make it reoccurring, and here's where I need to make it reoccurring. It's not going to carry over automatically, but I can say I want it to reoccur weekly on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and say okay. And I could send this out to people individually. I can also copy this and post it in my Google Classroom so students can join that way. I can post it to a Google Calendar that's shared by my class. I have a lot of options, but first of all, I want it on my calendar so it's easy to find. So I'm going to go ahead and send. The reason I liked doing the meeting this way is it's also in my Zoom meetings and I can start it right from here. You can see I can also edit, copy the invitation, and email it, post it to Classroom or Skyward. I have a lot of different options and a lot of avenues to get to that meeting.